We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Moore, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 40 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A run with a former Niner running back. It's Jeff Wilson. Nice footwork at the 25. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They run the toss here to Wilson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Ray McLeod. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That will third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
You look at this Arizona defense,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught. It's gone. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 37 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the change.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. In motion goes the tight end. First down, here's Mitchell. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run over center with Mitchell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity mix there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, there's where everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a bout of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Murray now to throw. This to the outside for Mack. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, a run by Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
Prater's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now Purdy.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ayuk going to go in motion right.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
49ers 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And Mitchell going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy looking to throw.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Zayvon Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Some quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
Oh, he shifts past him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Wilson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mack will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. And the touchdown out is Prater to kick. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Wilson going to try the right side. Running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
On the counter, Mitchell. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Another run with Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Murray throwing on second down. That's complete to McBride. And they'll work this down inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for a Cardinal.
Now a give. Running left is Wilson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, 27 yards. And the Cardinals extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. The Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to put it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And you see Purdy, he's going to shift them around. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Mason. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy off the play fake. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy, big fourth down play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, Purdy looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not